tore apart my pedal board. Take a look. I decided, well, if I'm going to tear apart my pedal board, I should probably, maybe improve my office at the same time, because we're going to start doing some recording and I want to be able to bounce some tracks and whatnot. So I currently have this really small closet. It just doesn't hold much, but I have this other room. So this room is empty. It was our guest room as of dinner time last night, and I got a wild hair, and I said, let's just empty it out. So, all my stuff is everywhere. I'll let you know when I'm fully functional.
How are we going to be different? How are we going to not have it just be in circles? Or how can we get out of this loop if we are here again? Because I like the idea of, are we back we're back in the same place?
Right.
But that's exactly what Frank said on the restaurant, that 25 years later, I can't tour. We have the same problem. We're just back where we started, right? So I think that's great. That's funny.
Right.
And so I like the idea that we're just back where we started.
Hi.
Howdy.
How's it going?
Pretty good. We're trying to get technology working. But it is like, so where we are, we've come around the corner and we're like, oh, wait a minute, we've been in this place before. And my words were, okay, well then, at least what I'm thinking in my life right now is like, okay, well, how can I listen differently so I can learn something from this instead of just, now I'm going to go around the circle again, How can I learn my lesson kind of a thing? Mm-hmm. So I think or this time, I think was my phrase, was the idea of this time, because we didn't, we didn't listen, it all imploded. And we're saying, of course, was our experience, but everybody has experiences in life where you're like, man, I probably should know this by now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I probably should have figured out how to, balance my checkbook or, not yell at my kid or whatever, any of those. Like, I'm stuck in the same situation again.
Well, yeah, and it's the frustration of why. Why am I doing this again?
Yeah, exactly. And
it's not how I want to be. It's not.
Yeah.
Instead, thinking back this feeling inside. I'm with you, honey, but we might need a guide. Got this funny feeling that we lost our way. Not just here for the ride. I don't have a melody for that last line, but that's a decent verse, I think.
I like it.
And I do like the idea of, if it's for the band, we're using a couple as an analogy, but if it is kind of us as a band, that in the second, it's about relationships. So we're back to the same place we start. How do we get out of this bad loop, right? Yeah. As a relationship or with a band, the mistakes we've made, how can we prevent those going forward? Right. Those are just some ideas.
Yeah. What needs to change?
What needs to change?
Yeah. Are we back?
Yeah.
So the verse seems like that's a good solid verse. Mm-hmm. And so what's the chorus?
Oh yeah, so the
chorus is where we're trying to find the word.
Nothing.
Are we back, circling round,
So we're back, circling round.
So what about something about a key that unlocks a door? Because you've seen the road before. What's the key that unlocks the door?
There we go.
I
like it. I think
I've seen this road before.
Right.
What's gonna unlock the door?
Right.
What's I don't forget.
Nothing here, but maybe the pre-chorus. Something like that.
Right, something. So what are we like? What's she singing?
Bullseye Gallery.
And what do we usually do? We usually sing under, over. What do we?
I wonder.
Remember.
I don't know. What feels natural to me is one of us to go, Bullseye Gallery.
Bullseye Gallery.
Yep. And then something else. That's what I hear, at least. Bullseye Gallery. Which is a little, what's the Love Shack people?
Yeah. B-52.
Yeah. And the bullseye. I think we should gang that with her. Get up I don't know those lyrics right.
Wake up, tell me what you're doing,
what you doing. So I thought it'd be fun to do a gang vocal with her, so it's like a big power of all of us if we could be tight. Wake up, or even just one of us. What you doing? Hello.
Hi.
You're coming back.
I'm just saying something.
Oh.
So you're working on that song, right?
We're back to doing harmonies for Bullseye Gallery, Fish in a Barrel. Yeah, we didn't continue that song. Do you have ideas? We can jump back to it.
Well, no, it's just I forgot because I was thinking of it. Just like the saying of like the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again.
Yep, that's a great idea.
Like
so somehow using
it
that.
made me think of that just to like include that somewhere.
Right.
I don't know. I just wanted to
Yeah, that's fun. If we can, that might be something for second verse or a bridge.
Yeah.
Good. I love it. Thanks for
Okay.
calling with that.
Yes.
All right, have fun.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Goodbye.
Bye.
What you doing? What you doing? What you doing? That's cool. Yeah. Which means you're going to do melody and I'm going to do the lower harmony. Makes
So I'm
sense
just
on the
gonna-
Bullseye Gallery.
Oh, okay,
I think we'll see if Kim likes
What
this.
is she doing? What's her melody?
Bullseye Gallery. Bullseye Gallery. Bullseye Gallery. Yep.
Okay.
But I think that's fun.
Okay.
We didn't do a lot of gang vocals,
Yeah.
right? I don't think we did, but I do think.
Lovely.
Yeah, there we did.
You're like dropping that E in there. It's
Doo-doo. Doo-doo. Well, I'm just actually doing it both times. Doo-doo.
so try this with me.
Doo-doo.
Yeah.
So,
But do it in an R&B way. Try and see. I feel like it needs a little bit of a groove.
Yeah,
Like
okay.
it was really, we were playing it very like.
either way, I'm loving that difference. Do you like the difference or do you miss the Starsky and Hutch?
No, it's still Starsky and Hutch enough.
Yeah.
It's just
So yeah, it's funny how
maybe it's just Starsky now.
down out or down down is two completely different things.
Yeah, I know.
Well, yeah, I love that it has that 70s vibe. I love that
Still
it has
does,
that
even
kind
with
of
the change.
kind of that groove thing,
Yeah.
but it still has like that, fast paced.
Yeah.
There's some
Still
soul,
has
and
that
then but it
fast
still
pace.
has that weird
Yeah.
Mayfair laundry like.
It does.
Or
And you know
Kim
what?
has
It
the.
has.
Right.
Yeah, and you definitely like the upbeat stuff on the chorus with the guitar, the ska fest stuff.
Oh yeah, Scott stuff. I'm loving
Dude,
that.
every once in a while I do it on the hi-hat just for fun.
Really?
It
Yeah.
just kind of feels it.
It's like-
I mean, it's funny because it is a departure from the power, right?
It is.
Well, yeah, the part of me wants to just like
Try
rip.
I know.
Well,
and
and you
you
mentioned-
agree with that.
But when Kim mentioned Paramore, I was like, oh, I'll go back and listen to Paramore. I'm like, oh yeah, they still drive with some weird, like, kind of more. Because I'm still washing it. I'm not going. I'm just going.
You're just doing
My
the-
accents are just a little different. yeah.
Right. No, I think it's great.
No, I like our arrangement collaboration. How it's
I
going.
do too.
It's going good.
I do too.
It
It's
feels
really
it
going
feels really good.
good. Feels really good.
Just I don't want to get all like sentimental. At the beginning of, it's the beginning of rehearsal, but yeah.
I know, but that's how I'm feeling too. Like I'm overwhelmed. Like that, it's like feels like a rock band. It feels good. It feels collaborative. You know. I'll be with you.
I'll be overwhelmed when the horns start playing.
We used to have a 15-passenger Dodge van with a rear end bash. Remember that? That thing threw a rod. That was
the
when
blue
I
van?
first tour
Oh.
van, Millennium Tour van.
Yeah, the blue band.
Yeah, the blue van. Yeah, I'm driving on the road and the thing like dies, and I stick my head under the thing of it, and I see a piston coming out of the corner.
You're all, oh, okay.
So I don't think I can fix that with like duct tape or whatever.
Not flawless, but
Not flawless,
but it's all there.
yeah, it's all there, and I didn't miss any actual note.
You ever have like fork in the road syndrome as you're playing?
Oh yeah.
Like you try to do both. It's like I could do this, or I could do this, or I could do something in between.
The part that I struggle with the most is the production. I mean, I know we're not producing a record yet, but still production is happening there in the studio or the room when we're all there jamming and we're all throwing out ideas and you know, there's a lot of styles of producers, but I was always a heavy-handed one. I mean, there are producers that just keep an artist within these wide lanes, and the artist is doing their thing, and they're great artists. They know what to do. The producer's just kind of there to make perhaps an album have this cohesiveness. And then some are narrower than others, and some have a heavier hand than others, and to where the artist, you know, is here and here, but the producer's constantly pushing. No, we got to soften up this section. We got to emphasize that section. I was a producer of the most extreme that way, to where, you know, an artist, maybe a label, whoever's involved, establishes this vision. Then it's a solo artist, and I'm hiring the right people to get this sound to be done, to bring this to life. And I loved that amount of control. It was just the way that I worked. It was the style, and I wasn't the other kind of producer. Well, now we're in this band, and even though we're not producing an album, we're in there, and I hear this seedling of a song and the sprouting up, and I'm not, okay, yes, the guitar needs to do this, bass needs to do that, drums this. I see it all done, and I see this vision, but we haven't given it a vision. I'm just making it up, and I'm not allowed to do that. Yet at the same time, I say all this, and I'm seeing such beauty through the collaboration that we're getting. And you know, where I hear a guitar part one way, a particular part with a particular sound, a particular phrasing, and Frank, you know, nope, not going to do that. Whether it's because I want him to, which I half the time think that's the case, but I'm seeing when he comes back with what he comes back with, I'm just like, I'm going, dang, that's better. You know, it's better. And so right now we're just collaborating like an old school band, and it's great. Now I just have to continue to focus on the present and these sessions and having a good time with these guys.
Yes, let's figure out the tempo.
I know,
Are we sailing?
We were moving.
Yeah, I was calling it a ballad, and I'm like, yeah, you're right, this is not a ballad. But,
So it's too fast?
But not a whole lot, but
I don't know
it's a
how
groove.
Can
Maybe it's a little fast.
Just the note.
Right.
I'm singing a note.
Right. See, so going
As long as I hit that note. If I hit the wrong note,
right one.
Sounds crazy by itself, but it works great in the band. Let's try to
get out of the way. That sounds like a horn. 2, 3, 4. He's getting flavors.
I just have not made peace with that section.
Well, and I don't know if I'll ever make peace with the harmonies, but once we record it in, and then I can listen to it.
Like hit it, like that. I mean, really, just like. I feel like we're lacking energy. Like we're trying to ease into it so much that we're not like sticking the
in the intro or just the whole
The
song?
verses and the
The
segue.
whole verse. Really? See, because I like that it's a little. I kept calling it a ballad, right?
Yeah.
I like that it's a little mellower.
At least, at a minimum, I would say that if it's like, hey Frank, you only get one thing, you don't get 5 things. The segue, I feel like we could like hammer that down a little bit more, like make it thick and
D
big.
major 7 deal?
Yeah. It's for
So I know the things that I'm giving up are far being replaced by the creativity of 4 people, and these are guys that I respect their playing and know they're playing, and we grew up playing together. So while I've got these crazy hang-ups that I'm open to trying to let go, I'm already seeing the benefit to that. And the words are gentle, and I just always.
Well, the words are both. That's the thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
This
But I like
love
what-
will.
But that's why how we got the
Phrasing one
dynamics
thing
from
and not
the verse
5.
to
Let's
the
make
Yes.
that
segue.
segue.
No, I can make it bigger.
Okay.
I can go bigger.
And then it drops back down into
Yep.
the,
Dynamics. It's all about
Yeah, no,
dynamics.
that's good. Yeah.
That little thing makes all the difference.
Makes you happy.
Makes you happy.
Well, I get to because I was at first doing like low D, then I sliding up, and then trying to go somewhere.
Yeah.
Now it actually goes somewhere. I
Yeah.
just I'm already up here.
It's funny how just something subtle is like you don't need to overwork it, just
Right.
one little thing.
But I will say I'm having a fantastic time with Kim. You know, her and I met in the band, and we met doing music, and music was really so much of our relationship. And we went on and did a lot of music together. But these last few years has been very little music. Kim's last solo album was, I don't know, 5 years ago. Even that, her touring, she did a lot of the touring without me being on the road because we had kids at that time. So we weren't doing it together. So it just feels so good to be doing this music with Kim again together. And it's really great.